Hi and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 11th of December, everybody. So let's open day 11 first. So this is our 24-day advent, and today's prize or advent calendar item is some diamond painting putty. This is in the flavour Zesty Lemon. Very, very nice. Fresh scent. Love it. Zingy. Reminds me of a lemon sherbety type flavour. But I love using this putty in multi-places. You can use glue dots or glue strips. For some reason, in a multi-placer, putty works better, or I find it works better for me personally, but glue dots in a single placer. But everybody sort of finds their favourites. But anyway, today's little gift is some diamond painting putty. You can use it in a single placer, you can use it in a multi-placer. It is completely up to you. And I am using a pen today from Diamond Painting Pen Creations. I actually don't think they make pens anymore. I don't think it's something that they do, but they did a while ago. Difference is they just don't have two ends, they only have the one. And then I'm using one of our first Zesty trays from October of 2021 with the colour of filament that I have been trying to find ever since and haven't been able to. I am itching to have this colour in both a Zesty and an Add More Zest size. But can I find it anywhere? Nope, I cannot. I have tried quite a few different manufacturers and never been able to find the same shading. So a Zesty one it is. I thought it matched this pen rather nicely. It was between this and some pink ones, but yeah, I decided to use this historic limited edition. It actually went with a Zesty Wolf after the talk of Zesty Wolf on previous days. In fact, this pen would have gone very nicely with Zesty Wolf as well. Just needs a little bit of orange mixed in and it would have been an ideal three-way split. So yeah, we have half of a bulb today. So I'm starting again with the whites. I do have one join, which I will do with the rhinestones in a moment. I will join those up. But yeah, I hope everybody is having a good day. I'm back to filming the night before, so I'm going to go straight into comments and questions because I don't think... Oh, I do have a little update. I did frame White Christmas. I did get to film White Christmas being framed. It is hung up. So that one is up. I need to take a picture of it in the light tomorrow to tag on to the end of the video, but I will schedule that video for between Christmas and New Year so you guys can see how I managed to do that. I did also test it without double-sided tape on both sides. Yeah, didn't go so well, so that entertainment is to come in a future video. And you can see how that didn't go so well. But I did end up succeeding, so it is framed. I also did manage to do the other video that I wanted to do, which also has an amazing giveaway from Art Dot. So Art Dot have offered a giveaway for December. Well, actually a couple really. A giveaway and a give back I suppose is more the way to look at it. So do check out my second channel, Add More Zest with Diamonds. The video should be up there, and that will give you details on how you can enter the Art Dot competition, which is run by them. So the prize and everything is from them. All the details I know are in the video. That is the extent that I know for that one. Speaking of giveaways, of course, I do have a giveaway ourselves throughout the month of December. Most of you have probably heard and entered, but if you haven't, if you go to our website addmorezest.com, click on the little tab called giveaway, it will ask you for a password, which is the word Holly in lowercase. Type that in and pop in your details, and you'll be entered into our December prize draw. It is open to anywhere in the world. It is one entry per person. Any duplicate entries will be deleted before we do the prize draw. But I have multiple diamond paintings. I'm also going to do a few prizes from Add More Zest ourselves, where we'll probably offer you 2 or 3 different options, and you can choose which option you want, which prize you want out of the list. But then we do have a list of diamond painting prizes, and between Christmas and New Year, Megan and I will sit down. I will lift up a prize. Megan will do a random number generator, which will pick a winner, and that person will win that prize, and we will rinse and repeat through multiple different diamond paintings from multiple different companies, ones that I have unboxed on this channel, some that I have purchased, some that I have been gifted, but none of them have been completed. So they are all ready and available to be done, and yeah, we will ship them out to people in the new year. As just a little thank you for being here, passing on the love, because I do recognise that I get quite a few paintings that I get to add to my own stash from unboxings that I've done. So I do like to pass on some of those, keep my stash at a more manageable to me level, and yeah, pass on the love, give you chance to try maybe a different kind of painting, or maybe it's from a different company that you've not tried before, and yeah, give a painting a new home. So that was quite a bit for no updates, but anyway, on to comments and questions. So Jen said she did the bookmark that she got in her advent calendar on the 1st, and then gave it to her on the 2nd as part of a birthday present. She said which her birthday was on the 1st. Awesome, put to good use already, and you got to do a fun craft all mixed in with it. Perfect. Jo said she was so glad for the metal tips that she got in the day 5 gift, as she just realised that she had left her extra metal tips back home, because Jo's currently working in another country for work, and the only one she had was already connected to her pen. So there we go. Even supplying people that have metal tips, don't say no to any more. I've actually used the metal tips that I got in mine as well. I have quite a few metal tips, but I do like to have a pen tip in each pen, because I'm lazy and I don't want to be taking them out of one to put them in another. So very handy to me to have some more metal tips to be able to bob into my pens. Right, a couple of my white ones are sticking together. Just to note, that is from when I did the little join the other day I did it with white diamonds first before I changed my mind and decided to do them with rhinestones. And I pulled the white diamonds off, but I didn't keep them separate. I just threw them in with the rest of my diamonds. So I do keep having a few diamonds that stick together because I put them in the pot with glue on them. But they're coming apart quite easily. It's just a little maintenance task that I might need to do while I'm at it. On this one is sort of get rid of a few of those ones that are stuck together. Make life a little bit easier. Tammy said, good evening, Rebecca. She said she was not able to purchase this painting as she was told she has enough. When is enough? It depends on the love for the painting. That's what I keep telling myself when I say I have enough and then I fall in love with another painting and I have to have it. She said, thank you as always for a great video and keeping me company while she completes her evening tasks. You are more than welcome. How is it that evening tasks can sometimes take all of 5-10 minutes and they're done, and other times feel like they take ages? I took 5 minutes before and was able to get rid of a load of recycling in the kitchen, get it all sorted, get it all into the bin, which you'll be glad to know our bin strike has been called off finally. We still have to wait until the end of next week to get our bins emptied, but at least they're getting emptied. Anyway, sidetrack. And managed to get all the recycling sorted and out and all the dishes put in the dishwasher within about 5 minutes. Guaranteed, I haven't yet given the sides a full wipe down and tidied up any other bits in any other room, but still, it only took 5 minutes. Will had taken Luna for a walk, so I decided to do it while she was out the house, and then I could go back into the bin without wondering where the dog was. Is she the right side of the gate? Have I left the gate open? But yeah, it's just a prime opportunity to empty any bins. But yeah, evening tasks can so much vary. Nova Scotian Hiker says they are so happy with everything in the Advent so far. The metal tips are awesome. They've been wanting to try metal tips. They popped theirs right into their current favourite pen, and they can see more metal tips in their future. They are so much nicer. I mean, the brass ones that you get, the plastic and brass that you get with the kit, they work, they do the job. But they can get dinged up and a little bit bent out of shape, sometimes without you realising until you're wondering why it's harder to place your diamonds down. Yet I've never had a problem so far with any of my metal tips getting dinged up. It's just that a little bit nicer quality. They just stand the test of time a little bit more than the ones you get in the kits. She says she loves them. She says she's used the lovely little green jar and it works amazing. Awesome. It's going to be a very handy little thing to have about. I have it about here on my desk, and I think I might have to have a second one in the cart in my conservatory so that I can grab it whether I'm diamond painting in here on camera or whether I'm diamond painting in the conservatory. Either way, I can grab hold of a little jar if I end up with diamonds that are stuck together, especially the last sort of few in my tray, and then I can unstick them and then move on to the next section. Nellie says, hi Rebecca. She says she is going to restart her diamond painting as soon as she can work out where she can do it in her new room. or where else she can do it. She says, please have a great Christmas and a great New Year. She says, and we'll see you in the New Year. Yes, you have an amazing Christmas too, Nelly, with all your new friends that you've made in your new home. And I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Different, but amazing. Pam, she said she's had a bad day today. This was on December the 5th. She had a neighbour who lived upstairs. Either died either last night or this morning. She said they say it comes in threes. She lost her 17-year-old cat in August, and her best friend in October, and now another friend. Well, if that comes in threes, then you're done now. You can enjoy the rest of 2023, and hopefully it leaves you alone for 2024. You've had your share. She said this diamond painting is coming out so nice. She said she looks forward to my chats each day, and they're keeping her going right now, seeing as she's lost so much this year. She said she hopes that next year is better for her. Yes, next year is your turn for it to be so much better, Pam. Look forward to what you can achieve for 2024, and know that December from now can only get better. You've been hit with the worst, so now better is the way up. It's upwards from now. It's definitely your turn. Kim says she has been having a blast. She said doing Advent paintings, opening Advent gifts, and watching the videos. She said she tried day one of the Diamond Art Studio Mystery. Sorry, I was just getting that last one. This last diamond had a little bit of a nub on it, but I was determined to get the other diamond before I tipped any more out. Yeah, she said she tried it. She enlarged the graph using her printer. So she's enlarged the chart so it was nice and easy to read. She said she's got about a third of the way done, and she's loving doing that too. She said she used to do counted cross stitch back before arthritis made it too hard to hold the embroidery hoop. So she's not having any problems doing this project. Those that have done cross stitch before, I think it's definitely easier to pick up the blank canvas concept and do that, because most cross stitch, not all, you can get some cross stitch where it's printed, the colours are printed on the fabric, but more often than not cross stitch is done from a pattern onto a blank piece of material. So I do think anybody that's done cross stitch before, the concept of a blank painting is a lot easier to grasp. For those that haven't done it at all, and or haven't done square diamonds in a painting, it's definitely more of a challenge. It's doable, but I think it's more of a step-by-step, take it easy kind of process, because it's definitely slower. So it takes me a good couple of hours to do each section. So yeah, it's definitely a slower process to go through, but it is also rewarding, and it's nice to be different. It's nice to have that different kind of diamond painting mixed in with the normal kind. Fiona, she said, hi Rebecca from New Zealand. Hello Fiona. She says she's back after taking about an 8-month break from diamond painting, including watching my videos. I did wonder where you were. She said she started watching and joining in again on the 1st of December, and she's completing 2 sections a night. She said 1 section for the December event and 1 section where she starts watching, which was me finishing Dynamic Floral. She says she has the diamond painting that I'm currently doing for December, so she has got this one, but she's chosen to work on Dog Bookshelf, which is a Diamond Art Club Randall Spangler. She said life got busy, including a big move from the top of the North Island in New Zealand to the bottom of the South Island. Wow. Renovating our house, work and family. Even just renovating just throws a spanner in the works. Never mind moving, and moving such a distance as well. You know, it's like you don't even know the easiest place to the shops you're used to shopping in to pick something up. Everything becomes harder. She says she's loving being back and getting into diamond painting again, and she's doing a big catch up on my videos. Well, there's plenty of me time to be had with the amount of videos I'll have done over the last few months, because while I have sort of trimmed them down to about 5 a week, it's still a lot of videos, a lot of chatting, a lot of WIP and waffles, and I'll keep you company while you diamond paint and get your bit of downtime. But I hope everything's settled down a lot more, and you're ready to enjoy what for you will be a very sunny Christmas, which I still can't get my head round completely. Being on the beach or being in the sun at Christmas. Used to cold. That's what I'm used to. Excuse me. My chest infection has definitely cleared up, but there is still that odd, really full-on throaty cough that comes back every now and then. Okay, so I've got my rhinestones. This is becoming my step 2 after the white, and I'm using these to fill the gaps. So I reckon as time goes on, I'm going to have potentially more than one side to fill. But for now, for this one at least, I just have the 1 row. Quite a few of these are a little bit bigger than the actual square drills. Like, they're quite chunky, these. So it's actually got to the point already, even pushing them up, where I am halfway across another diamond. But do you know what? I in a way, I'm not too fussed. If I end up using 1 less diamond to get myself a line, then so be it. In fact, I have done. I've ended up losing a diamond, I think, somewhere along the line. So for example, if this was a row of 10, I've used 9. But as long as my gaps are all filled, I'm all good. So let me pop the rest of these back in the pack. I just dropped a couple out. Pop those back in my case for next time. Where are we now? Letter T. T for Thomas. Let's scroll up. K. She says, hi Rebecca. She says, wow. She says she can't believe how quick this Christmas WIP and Waffle has come round. She said last year she was completing 3 identical football paintings, but this year she is creating something rather lovely for herself. It is a 40 by 80 Christmas dream catcher. She said it is very much confetti heaven. Plus, she has decided to add ABs to add the extra sparkle in the jewels. She said she's a bit late to the party, so she has just completed 3 squares. Also, she said she won't be able to stay until the 24th, as they're going on a Christmas cruise on the 14th. Very nice. She said hence no trimming up of the tree for them this year. She says which she will miss, but she's sure it will be worth it. She says she hopes I'm feeling a lot better today. Yes, I'm feeling loads better. Thank you. Every now and then I don't sound it, but I definitely feel loads better. So long may that continue throughout the month of December, please, and beyond. But you know, let's not be greedy. Let's go for the month of December to start off with and see how we go from there. My parents are actually going on a cruise, I think just after Christmas they go. I know they told me the other day, they said they were going to take their tree down early rather than leaving it up until the 6th of January. And I was just like, I take mine down anyway. I always take mine down between Christmas and New Year. I know it's tradition, or it's, you know, the thing is to keep it up past New Year. But I've never liked my tree being up past New Year, personally. I like New Year with a clean slate, and that involves no tree. But we are all different and we all do what works for us. But yeah, they're only taking theirs down early because they don't want to have to take it down when they get back, because they get back later than the 6th. So, Anne, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she's happy that I'm feeling better. She is doing the Diamond Art Studio painting, UK painting, also on paper. She said the first square took her forever, but she's gotten faster, marking the paper off in rows of 4. She was typing the comment, she said, to ask where I got the little pot from. When you said that you might put it on the site. She said she's so happy to hear this. I hope you're doing well and Merry Christmas. Yeah, there will be a few on the site in January, but we still need to, I don't know if we can put them on the site as a permanent, but that's just because shipping will be ridiculous. And I don't think there's sort of a way of warning people. I can put it in the description of the item, but not everybody reads that. So I have to bear that in mind. But there will be some in January. January clearance, there will be the odd item from maybe the advent that we over-ordered on most items. Pretty much all items we over-ordered on. But we made up all that we could, that we had all the items for. So we definitely sold every one that we could sell, but yeah, there is some little pots left. I'm just gutted they don't fit into our normal postal boxes, because I say it would have been a lovely addition to the site. It's just ridiculous price for the postage of them, which is frustrating. Okay, let's get my next colour. I'm going to go for you. Cat Lady, she said today she has been wrapping items that need to be posted. I have not wrapped a single thing yet. That is one thing I think next weekend might be sort of my concentration, unless I get to it at some point this week, but I'm going to be safe and say next weekend is my chance to tally up where I am with everything, check I'm right with everything, and get things wrapped up and sorted so that I don't have to think about them again. So she's wrapped items that need to be posted, or the ones she's taking down to Wales. She hasn't started on the rest yet. She said this is very unusual for her. She's usually all wrapped by now. You and me both. She said she still needs to put the decorations up, so she's behind this year. Yeah, I don't quite know where the December organisation for this year... Well, in fact, I do know. I know where my organisation's gone. It's gone in the new AMZ space and not in the Christmas wrapping, because the Christmas wrapping, while I'm normally done very soon after the tree goes up. And it took me more than a day to put the tree up, which is also not like me. It wasn't as urgent, so it was just a matter of prioritising and decorating the tree, and wrapping the presents didn't become top of the list. So maybe it can make it next weekend, we'll see. Blossom Chop said, yay, I was hoping you'd get some more honey pots in different colours. I will see if there's something we can do to make it work on the site, postage wise, because I would really, really like to be able to stock them in multiple colours. Maybe we'll have to make it as an item that goes with something else that's going to tip it into a parcel anyway. I don't know. We'll see if we can think of something or some way to make it work. I'll have to brainstorm it, so it might take a little bit. Mandy says she's enjoying this Advent and she's glad I'm feeling better. Thank you. Kaz, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she hopes all is well with me. She's just caught up, she said, on my videos. She says, thank you for all that you do. She has also received her little bounty this afternoon, and she's looking forward to Friday's launch. Yes. Oh, by the time you guys are watching this, as this video goes up, that will be the time that Postie arrives to pick up the first batch of launch orders leaving the building. I have primed up today, so I am primed and ready. In the new space, I even have, this may sound daft, but it's small things like this that make me happy. I purchased what's called a mailbag holder. So the big mail sacks that the post is collected in, you can actually get like a metal stand. It's actually on wheels that holds the bags and holds the bags open. A bit like, I mean, I don't know if it's the same in every country, but in the UK, it's what you see at the post office behind the counter, where the people put your post straight into the bags so that they can then go onto the van and go wherever they need to go. I got myself a mailbag holder. It is primarily used on launch days and on Mondays. Because after the weekend the orders are always higher. It's sometimes used in the week, but it is an absolute dream following launch. So I've got it all set up ready with my mailbags on. I've got my scales ready for postage. I've moved my label maker that labels up people's orders, has been moved to my main packing desk. Quite often through the week I will pack all orders, and then I will put the postage on all orders. but on launch, I put the labels on as I go, which means that an order goes from start to done and in the mailbag. It means I can get through as many as I possibly can, and not have to stop to put labels on a batch and then wonder, oh, can I get any more done? Can I not? I can just keep going and going and going until it hits 4 o'clock. And then I can bring the bags into the house ready for the postie, who picks them up at about 4:10. So I'm going to proper push it till 4 o'clock tomorrow and get as many bags out. But yeah, I've got this stand, which means as soon as an order's been packed and done, I can just drop it into the mailbag. So I'm rather looking forward to tomorrow. So it's the little things that just make things easier, make things a little bit more exciting. We attached some stands to where the 3D printers are today, just to help with the loading and offloading and seeing how much of a certain filament is left. Hubby affixed those to the sort of warehouse type shelves that we have that house the printers. So that's another thing that just makes life just that little bit easier. So yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow and using my mailbag thing to its full glory, and I can fill up the mailbag, and then the postie's going to love me tomorrow afternoon. Patricia Nicola says, hi Rebecca, glad you're feeling better. Said your little pot with the nut won't get easily lost if you add magnets to it and have it as like a double mini minder. That is perfect. By all means, add glue a magnet to the bottom of the jar. That is something we would have liked to have done, or at least have liked to have offered cover minders or done. We've had quite a few ideas for cover minders. However, posting magnets, shipping magnets, comes with a whole bucket ton of legislation in this country and in some others that we ship to. So it became something that wasn't worth doing, because we were going to do it with the little trash trays. Or the Touch of Zest trays. We were going to do it with those, but yeah, the legislation is quite high. But I do like the idea, if you have magnets yourself, then bob a little magnet onto your little jar with the nut. You might have to do a thicker one just because of the base, but it would fit one quite nicely in there. And then you can use it as a little trash pot or to shake up any diamonds that are stuck together. Okay, next colour. Keep getting my next colours lined up. Sarah says, can she order next year's advent? Lol. She says, thanks from Oxford. July-ish is the answer, Sarah. Yeah, if we do pre-order, it won't be until July. I can tell you that straight because we do our end of year books in June. So it's a lot easier for it to be a July thing, because they don't ship out straight away. So we will keep you posted as soon as possible. Believe me, discussions have been had while preparing stuff today around next year's. But yeah, we will be doing one next year, and that will definitely keep me busy, keep me occupied. From January onwards, I will be working on Christmas again. It's a good job. I love it. Fee. She said, hi, she said she wishes she was that good. She said she bought 2 kits from the one with diamond art. She hasn't bought from the site before, she says, but they've not arrived yet. She says, so she's hoping that they turn out okay. She says, have you tried the company before? I've not tried that company. I don't know who they are. I've heard of them before, I think. So somebody potentially has tried them. Your best bet is to ask in the group, in the 4 Kids at 147 diamond painting chat group, and maybe somebody there will be able to let you know what sort of time frame they've experienced if they've bought from them. But I am also quite awful at not necessarily tracking and stalking some of my deliveries either, though, as well. Sometimes they take a bit longer to arrive and I don't twig, and other times I feel like I'm stalking it. But yeah, I can't give you a time frame on that one, I'm afraid. Right, let me switch again to a gorgeous green. Lynn, she says, hi Rebecca. She says, happy day 3. She's already tested out her jar, she said, and bolt, and it works great. She said she has one colour that has a lot stuck together. She added them to the pot, gave it a shake, and they all separated. She said she didn't have to do it twice or for very long. A wonderful idea. I love the feedback that it's working. I have tried it myself, but you know when you always think, is it just because of the way my diamonds were? Did I shake it harder than anybody else did? Did I shake it for longer? But no, I'm glad it is working for other people as well. I'm sure there will be some stubborn diamonds out there that don't work as well. But I'm glad that it is working for those that have tried it so far. Lady Dax, she says, glad I'm feeling better. She says she's not sure if she's in front or behind on her Add More Zest Advent diamond painting, as she's decided to complete a full picture of the round one per day and then do the same with her square one. She has completed 4 so far, plus 1 square from the first 2 days of Advent. She says, and if that hasn't confused you, nothing will. She left that on the 6th. So to me, it sounds like you're ahead, but only because, well, it depends actually. No, maybe not. 4 so far, so that would be 8 days, which would mean you're ahead doing half. But if you're doing 2 sections a day, so in effect a complete one per day, 4 by day 6 is behind. So I guess it depends on what your goal is, on which way you're planning on doing it. Cher Loves Orange, she said, happy day 6, everyone. She said, yesterday we had Angus and Argyle, their grand twins, over, and they saw last year's diamond painting hung up, Advent diamond painting. She said, we spent a lot of time talking about each square. She said they loved it last year and now this year too. She said they are turning 7 on December the 8th, and they had to compare their square with Papa's square, as his birthday is on the 10th. I love that. Absolutely love it. Caris has her birthday in December as well, and she always likes to know what is the 19th? What does it look like? So yeah, I completely understand that comparison. The others try and join in, and they do compare it to their date of the month that they're born, even if they're not born in December. But yeah, that's so sweet. I hope they had an amazing birthday though, because that would have been a couple of days ago by the time I've got to that comment. And I hope Papa's had an amazing birthday too. Tilla said, hi Rebecca, glad I'm feeling better. And that is from sunny South Africa. Hello, yes I am. I am feeling tip top. Thank you. Having a good day. We'll see what I feel like filming tomorrow's. But that will just be after a busy day rather than feeling unwell. It's just a different kind of busy will be my day for tomorrow. Laura, she said, evening, afternoon, morning, all, whatever it is where you are. She says, talking about how people are doing their painting. She says she's created a decision wheel with 25 days to use for this painting and for the Diamond Art Studio one. She placed her numbers in numerical order on the painting. She said the first day she got number 16. So she did the first half under square 16 and then she diamond painted day 1 of the Diamond Art Studio painting in box 16. So she did day 1 but put it in box 16. She said, hopes this makes sense. That does make sense. That's a nice way to mix it up, because I wasn't sure when I was doing mine. I've actually followed exactly the same way that it was designed. But I do like it when the squares are mixed up. But with not knowing what the images were, I didn't know how was best to mix it up, if that makes sense, because I didn't know what image would be going next to what image. So yeah, I couldn't make my mind up, so I just decided to do it the way it was designed. But I like getting the decision wheel to make the decision for you, because then it takes any second guessing out of the equation, which is what I was doing. I was second guessing, so I like that idea. Diamond Painting Addict said, hi Rebecca, another great WIP and Waffle, thank you. And they said thank you for the sticky mat. Well, I hope it comes in useful. Another one of those things that potentially will be more useful than you realise, or maybe you'll use it more than you thought, or maybe it'll sit there for a bit and then all of a sudden you'll think, this could solve that problem. Megan has used the sticky grip mats before to stop her easel moving on her table. So it potentially could hold your easel or your light pad still as well, and stop it moving about if maybe it's on a type of surface where it can move. So there are quite a few different ways you could potentially use the grip mat. Primarily I use mine for the Touch of Zest trash tray, is what I mainly use mine for. Occasionally I will use it for my tray, but that's quite often if I'm doing a big block of colour. So like say I just sat down to diamond paint and I wanted to do all the white like I start with. If I was going to do all that white, but I was maybe also trying to have a brew while I was doing it, a drink, then, you know, quite often, because yeah, I would use the grip mat to stick down the tray, and I could use this hand to hold my coffee and have my coffee while doing it. So that's sometimes as well when I'll pull the grip mat out and make that work. It really varies, and sometimes it's not there at all. Lily Diamond Paint, she said hello from Sydney. Hello Sydney, been there a couple of times. She says with our time difference, she says she finds herself checking constantly when the current WIP is posted. She said she's glad I'm feeling better. She's loving this daily me time. with you. She said, sending love and blessings to you and your family. She said, thank you again, as always, for your videos. Oh, you are more than welcome. I actually have the Australian time on the front of my Apple Watch, so it has the UK time in big, you know, because that is the time that I tend to run by. But then it does have Melbourne time in small in the bottom. And the amount of times I use that, you know, if I want to phone Australia, it's like, oh, should I send a text now? Should I not? Yeah, so it's quite often that I'm actually checking that sort of time as well. So if you have the option on the front of your phone to maybe have 2 different time zones, maybe that'll help you throughout the month of December. Right, day 11 is done. So we've actually ended up with a couple joined up. We can tell I've not necessarily paid attention when I've put these together, but at the same point, I don't mind. It's all getting done, and I don't mind the fact that I've ended up with 2 that are sort of in a row. I suppose it's random, isn't it? We're going down here tomorrow, and then I must have got these muddled up. Oh no, that is right. So this is day 12, and then we have done half of each. It's because I'm seeing those 2 together, I'm thinking they're one picture, but of course they're not. They're half of each of those. So this is the last half of a picture we need to do. And once we've done that, we get to start joining them all together. Exciting times. Anyway, that is day 12 done. Thank you all so much for all of your comments, questions. I will keep going through them in the order that they were posted throughout this whole month. So I'm not going into particular days. I've just got my whole list of comments in the order that they were posted. So if you've not heard yours yet, it's a coming. But yeah, I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again tomorrow.